Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to be traveling into our next state here, which is the state of North Carolina. We are going to be traveling through several different parts here, so let's kind of look at what our itinerary will be for these next 2 days. So we are going to begin with our introductory video that we've had for each of the states with the state's documentary. We're going to have our collaborative poster people. So make sure, North Carolina people, that you are ready to go, and then we'll finish up with the quick facts. But I wanted to highlight too, just to kind of be prepared for tomorrow. With sickness in my house, I've had to kind of balance out what we're going to be doing for tomorrow. Number one that you're going to see, and I'll remind you at the end, we are going to be getting into that national parks study with the human environment interaction with the Great Smoky Mountains. So if you've not finished it or you forgot, please make sure that you do have the Great Smoky Mountains human environment interaction ready to go. We will start class with that tomorrow. And then we'll get into some of the history and place, and we'll also talk about some of the history behind this area, especially with the Wright brothers. And we might just have a super secret taste test tomorrow, but I'm not going to reveal that until tomorrow. So make sure for yourself you have those things. So what I'd ask is this, is that if I could have the teacher please pause my video and please switch over the HDMI cable to the DVD player. The clip for North Carolina should be ready to go. Once you have it turned back on, press play, and it should go right to North Carolina. Pause the DVD once you are done. So right now on the computer, please pause at this time. What a great clip, don't you think? I always like all the state clips here. Always really interesting how each of our states fit into not only the place of the 50, but also to really the history of our entire country. So I don't want to spoil more for right now. So if I could get our North Carolina collaborative poster people, you have the floor. So teacher, please do pause the video at this time. All right, if we've not had opportunity, let's give a round of applause here for the hard work from our classmates for North Carolina. Also, if there are any questions, make sure that those get answered here, any repeats here. So teacher, if you need to pause it at this time for any of those questions, please do it at this time. Then let's continue. So what we have are the quick facts, and this isn't anything different from how we've set things up in the past. So if I could have those, each of you has a separate group. So teacher, I'll let you choose who gets what here as we get into the quick facts about the state of North Carolina. So the first thing that we have here is the state of North Carolina, which is right up here. Looking at the physical geography, especially you can see with the Appalachian Mountains, Blue Ridge Mountains, some of the things on the Atlantic Ocean. Definitely kind of focus on all those key things, those key geographic things for the state of North Carolina. Then we have to our left, which is the state bird for North Carolina, which is the northern cardinal. So northern cardinal, similar to a lot of other states in the South region we've studied. This will actually be the fourth time that we've had it be our state bird. Make sure not what it is, why would they choose the cardinal as their state bird? Then again to the left here we have the state wildflower. So make sure keyword on that one is wildflower. Not state flower, wildflower. Then we have here the state sport. So make sure to check that out here for state sport. Then to the bottom left, which is going to be the state nickname, which is going to be the Tar Heel State. Now, maybe you've heard with the University of North Carolina, they're called the Tar Heels. So I want you to figure out what exactly is a Tar Heel and why in the world would they have that as their state nickname. Then we have the state quarter, right here. And then I'll move myself here just a little bit. And then we have here the state flag for North Carolina. So, teacher, if you could pause our video, make sure they divide that up. Give them, well, let's give them 5 minutes to kind of figure out what's the big deal about these items, and then give an opportunity for everyone to share when that time is done. You should have enough time to get through all of that. So, teacher, pause it at this time. All right, lastly, while we dig into the North Carolina rundown, kind of getting some things that probably have already been touched on a couple times here, but I really want to make sure to highlight these last items about the state of North Carolina. So it was admitted to the Union. Keep in mind, North Carolina is a part of the original colonies, So they were number 12, November 21st, 1789. So about 2 years after just over 2 years after the Constitution was officially signed and ratified. Meaning of the state of North Carolina, and you'll see this when we study South Carolina next week, comes from the Latin for careless, which is the name after King Charles I of England. And he is the one who granted the province of Carolina. So just know Carolina was one massive state. And you're going to see some differences. We're going to see cultural and history between North and South Carolina, which kind of added and started that division between the two. Capital city is Raleigh. Raleigh, which is the capital. That's also where, if you are a sports fan, the Carolina Hurricanes, which are a national hockey team, that's where they are home based. And then Charlotte, that's where the Carolina Panthers are based. And then locals are known as North Carolinians. Finally, let's take a look at what we have for tomorrow, and it is threefold with a little bit of difference here. So we have the first page, which is the Atlas Workbook, AW page 36. Blooket, which is North Carolina. And then, as I alluded to earlier, Finnish National Park Study, the Human-Environment Interaction on Great Smoky Mountains. And it's okay that we're doing it because North Carolina and Tennessee actually both share this amazing national park. So make sure when you're doing that, looking for evidence for both that positive interactions for humans in the environment in the Great Smokies, but also the negative, understanding the human environment impact that's taken place. Otherwise, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. God bless you with a wonderful rest of your day. Get ready for that surprise for tomorrow.